We'll begin with a breaking news alert. Fox News Digital exclusively reporting that the Obama administration manufactured and politicized intelligence to create a narrative that the Kremlin was trying to influence the 2016 presidential election. This is the origins of Russia, Russia, Russia. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard has just declassified today these documents, laying out this timeline.
Well, if you were wondering what Tulsi Gabbard was throughout all this debacle of files and Epstein and everything else, she was working on declassifying information that now implicates the entire Obama administration, including Obama himself, when it comes to one of the biggest hoaxes in American history. And now, because the Director of National Intelligence has declassified this information, it now gives the DOJ the green light to do what they need to do. Will they? That's the question we ask later. But for now, what was declassified? Let's take a look here. The DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, has just declassified documents that show overwhelming evidence that President Barack Obama personally requested and intentionally manufactured politicized intelligence. Now, this is a lot of what people already knew or thought, but now it's been confirmed. Now action can be had. This is actual proof from the Director of National Intelligence here. She says that pretty much we have enough evidence to show that it was manufactured and politicized intelligence to create the narrative that Russia was attempting to influence the 2016 presidential election in President Trump's favor, despite intel assessments concluding that Russia was not trying to influence the election at all. It was all a giant hoax. Well done, DNI Tulsi Gabbard, for leading the charge on transparency and clearing up and holding people accountable. Let's investigate and prosecute. Everybody says it. Now, here are the documents. If you guys want to find it, you can find it all over because this is the #1 story right now as we speak, right? Here is all the files that she was basically putting out there to Americans to see about, because people still believe that the 2016 election was somehow a Russia win, that Putin and Trump were in bed together, and all these things, obviously, they led to impeachments as well. We're also going to talk about not only Obama, but Adam Schiff, people that literally interfered and did some of the worst possible things by actually trading America. Like, they were traitors to America. So here we have all the paperwork, and I'm going to keep going here. Let's actually go, because not only did she show the paperwork there, assessments of the actual collusion between Obama and his administration, and again, intel agencies like CIA, DNI Tulsi Gabbard is now demanding criminal prosecutions of the people involved in fomenting the Trump-Russia treasonous conspiracy of 2016, the whole narrative. The list includes Obama, Comey, Clapper, Brennan, and other deep state officials. Now, this is a story, again, years in the making, because many people have been waiting to actually find out. That's why a lot of people voted for Trump, because they wanted this truth to come out about what these people have been doing to control or derail President Trump. This is what we already knew. We knew they spied on his campaign. That's also something else that can get, confirmed. But this right here is now up to the DOJ, now up to Pam Bondi to go after these names. And Adam Schiff is another name that has been thrown out there as well, because of how much he basically pushed for this. And here's a post from Adam Schiff, right? Adam Schiff says, "No one is above the law, not even the president of the United States of America. No one is above the law." So here we go. Tulsi Gabbard is now, again, calling for the arrest and exposing Obama's Russiagate hoax. This is treason. Here we go. Their goal was to usurp President Trump and subvert the will of the American people. No matter how powerful, this is coming from the DNI, Tulsi Gabbard, no matter how powerful, every person involved in this conspiracy must be investigated and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. The integrity of our democratic republic depends on it. We are turning over all documents to the DOJ for criminal referral. Here are all the names. Alex Stone writes, "We have known this for a long time, but this," let me make sure that I put it on the screen here. "We have known all of this for a long time, but this is just a confirmation of the obvious. They should be arrested immediately and tried for treason. Barack Obama, John Brennan, James Comey, Jim Clapper, Sally Yates, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, and many others that were a part of this. Here are the names. There's a lot more to go that had a lot to do with this. This thing gets pretty crazy. And here she goes. She says these documents detail a treasonous conspiracy by officials at the highest levels of the Obama White House to subvert the will of the American people. Again, I am providing all documents to the Department of Justice to deliver accountability that President Trump, his family, and the American people deserve. And there was another point that I want to point out here that was actually really good for this information, because she just dropped the hammer. She literally just released all the documents. Now, this is the transparency that we've been asking for. We want to see. We want to know. You know what I mean? We want to see exactly what they've been hiding and what they've been doing and what they've been lying about it. And now she has proven that the Russiagate hoax is a whole deep state hoax. Like it's just a hoax. And now she's calling for them to be tried. I'm going to find something here. I want to read to you guys. Now, do you see why the FBI raided Trump's home at Mar-a-Lago? They weren't looking for his visitor logs. They were trying to take back declassified Operation Crossfire hurricane docs so they could destroy them. But Trump kept them kept them hidden, and now they're exposing the deep state crimes. Some things always come back full circle, don't they? This is a great point. This is a great point, because they would have destroyed these documents. Is this one of the main reasons why Trump kept them? That's a good question. But this is DC Drano basically making this point that I think we should all pretty much think about. And what's about to happen, it's about to be one of the craziest times in American history. Now, when we go back, this is a actual clip that I want to show you, because when you talk about a throwback and who really pushed this to this degree, I want to play this clip from Tucker Carlson, Fox News, and Adam Schiff, because Adam Schiff was one of the main perpetrators, really, of pushing this. He was pushing this like no tomorrow. And Democrats demand briefings from Obama administration on Russian interference in the U.S. election. This was the biggest story back in 2016. 17 and 18, people were still talking about that, which again, a lot of that led to, impeachment and just trying to get Trump out of politics as a whole. Obviously, it has ended up with him getting shot at and all this crazy stuff. But I want to play this clip because it shows how much they pushed this lie and how much and who was responsible for this, especially people in politics outside of the Obama White House, people that have been in Congress and then the Senate, including this guy right here, Adam Schiff. Take a listen.
You're on the Intel Committee. Let me just ask you one final question. Can you look right into the camera and say, I know for a fact the government of Vladimir Putin was behind the hacks of John Podesta's email?
Absolutely. The government of Vladimir Putin was behind the hacks of our institution and the dumping of information.
Of John Podesta's email.
Not only in the United States, but also in Europe.
Okay, you're not. You know what? You're dodging.
And Tucker,
so look and say, I know they did. John Podesta's emails. They hacked
and
those.
I think that Ronald Reagan will be rolling over
Ronald
his
Reagan.
grave.
Ronald Reagan.
And you're carrying water for the Kremlin.
I'm not carrying water for the. You're a sitting member of Congress on the Intel Committee, and you can't say they hacked.
You're gonna have to move your show to RT Russian television, because
you know what?
This
That's
is perfect.
Just so beneath your office because it's so dumb and you're being duplicitous. I'm asking you, did they hack Podesta's emails? And you can't say it.
Personal insults like that, Tucker.
You just said I was carrying. You said I was carrying water for Putin. That's pretty hilarious.
When you essentially are an apologist for the Kremlin, that's what you're doing.
I'm going to one last time, Congressman. Look into the camera and say they hacked John Podesta's emails. We know for a fact that Putin's government did that. You can't, and you know you can't, and you're hiding behind weasel words.
I just said that
say they hacked John Podesta's emails.
Russians. I'm not going to be specific as.
Oh, because you don't know it. That's why. All right, done. One. You don't know it, and you're alleging it without any evidence. And
you're ignoring the evidence because you don't care. The fact that it helped the Republican candidate is all you need to know.
That's totally false. I just think if you're going to make a serious allegation about an actual country with an actual government, you ought to know what you're talking about, and you don't.
I think that you ought to accept.
I got to go. I'm taking cash from Putin now. I'm on RT.
Republicans on the Intelligence Committee have seen for a fact.
If you could say it, you would, and you can't, and you know that.
This is what he's lied about. And what's crazy is Adam Schiff hasn't changed. He's been like this ever since this moment right here. He's been, you go to watch his videos and he spews the same things. There's always there's some type of lie that he is trying to overt to, like he is pushing, right, especially against Trump or his administration. Unfortunately for him, Trump has not gone anywhere at all. Like Trump has not gone anywhere at all. And so he's sick to his stomach. General Mike Flynn, who is, again, one of the victims of the deep state, he says this is surreal. Here in America, the director of national intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, is now stating empathetically that a former president of the United States, Barack Obama, attempted a coup against the president, Donald J. Trump, of today, back in 2016. This is why Tulsi Gabbard was attacked so relentlessly over the past few weeks and months. They knew if there was anyone with the guts to investigate the attempted coup, it would be her. Well done. And more to come. Checkmate. And here we go. Again, news release, new evidence of the Obama administration conspiracy to subvert President Trump's 2016 victory and presidency. All the proof is here. All of it. All the paperwork, everything. Washington, D.C. on Friday. Director of National Intelligence Tulsi Gabbard revealed overwhelming evidence that demonstrates how after President Trump won the 2016 election against Hillary Clinton, President Obama and his national security cabinet members manufactured and politicized intelligence to lay groundwork for what was essentially a years-long coup against President Trump. And then they got pinpoints here. In the months leading up to the 2016 election in November, the intelligence community consistently assessed that Russia, probably not trying to influence the election by using cyber means. Again, that was confirmed by them. On December 7th, 2016, after the election, talking points were prepared for DNI James Clapper, stating foreign adversaries did not use cyber attacks on the election infrastructure to alter the U.S. presidential election outcome. So they had come to every conclusion possible that nothing was ever credible from their assessments here. And again, Obama officials leaked false statements to media outlets, including the Washington Post, that Russia has attempted through cyber means to interfere when they knew that they never did try to interfere. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is some wild stuff. You get the chills reading stuff like this. Again, this is what people already knew, now has been confirmed, and now it's up to Trump's DOJ now, right? It's up to the Department of Justice to really go out and really start holding people accountable, right? Start pressuring and start indicting, and then you have all the proof that there was a staged coup against Trump. You have all the proof. They have all the proof. Your worst nightmares, our worst nightmares as a country have been confirmed that they actually tried to stage a coup against President Trump, which is why Trump behaves the way he behaves today, where he looks at everybody, he just can't trust nobody. Why would he? From that side, for what they tried to do against him. So all the information is out there. She has concluded. She has come to this. She has all the proof. We'll have to go through the courts. We'll have to go through I'm pretty sure they'll appeal these, or if arrests are made or indictments are made, they'll appeal this all the way up to the Supreme Court because of how high ranking these people were at that time. So let me know what you guys think about this. Tulsi Gabbard drops the hammer. We're still waiting on the Epstein files. Of course, we're paying attention to that, but this is, I think, one of the biggest stories in our history as a country of what these people have tried to do. See you guys on the next one.